It's 5 years since we came to Group Technologies here in Pascoe Vale in the suburbs of Melbourne. Pulling about in the taxi outside the headquarters on Derby Street, things look the same. Oh no, they're not. I'm very pleased to run into Mr. Shane Cannon today, who was on the other side of the fence working for a small engineering company here in Australia. Shane, great to find you in here.
Good to see you again, Richard. Thanks for joining us here at GT HQ in Pascoe Vale.
What are you doing here? Who are you, first of all, now?
The background to me, I was an electronics technician by trade originally, got into broadcast, but I spent 23 years at Rutledge AV, which became diversified. I was director of sales there for the 23 years, and also as part of the executive leadership team, so took a role in managing the business day to day as well. So great times, but that was on my system integration world, and I guess, in the last year, I joined Group Technologies and director of sales here.
So we've come inside this spectacular headquarters, and all the changes architecturally have happened inside. Obviously, it's more than a cosmetic dust over, it's more than just a bit of new carpet. Walk us through from that front entrance through to the other rooms, if you can.
As you come in, you're greeted and obviously welcome, hospitality and so forth, and we have a bit of conversation. You get to experience some of the cable from Cordial. You get to experience some Nexo commercial products and so forth. We'll walk through to the mixing area. We have Quest Commercial, range of ceiling speakers, loudspeakers, amplifiers with Dante enabled as well. NST Audio, DSP processing, Digico mixing systems, and Clang, immersive in-ear monitoring. Then we move into commercial space, and that's the actual space we're in at the moment, where you can actually hear the equipment in its environment, where it's simulated like the acoustics in this room will be not dissimilar to a foyer or a meeting room or something like that. So actually it sounds good in its real environment. As we move out here, we navigate off to the recording studio, where you'll see PSI, Austrian Audio, some of our RCF speaker monitors as well. That's a unique space. And then move into the live room. And the live room is all of the larger speakers from point source to line array across RCF, Quest, and Nexo. In that facility, we're covering all of our brands, but it's across production, it's across commercial AV, it's across broadcast, it's across retail. We cover all elements of audio.
What's the rationale between the new GT? Tell us more.
Here at the demonstration training facility, it's different things to different people. Systems integrators, consultants will come in here and they'll learn about the product, or they can bring their customers in, and through that they can take the customer on that journey, become that sort of trusted advisor and give them the full experience and understand the products. If it's a retailer, they could bring their team in here, it could be experience center, they can learn about the products and be more confident, I guess, in that pro audio space. Our production customers, it's a great place where they can come in and test the tools of trade. And also as they get new stuff on, bring them in here and understand the products as well. But then the end users, I guess, so they'll come in as well, whether they're accompanied with the SI or whether they're in with the consultant. They'll come in and experience in that real world sort of environment. I guess it's a unique space. It's the largest and the only space I'm aware of in Australia. The facility is fantastic. I mean, you can demonstrate whether it's a compact loudspeaker all the way up to a large line array or large point source.
The landscape's changed, as I say, not just here, but across Australia and the rest of the world. How would you say GT has differentiated itself here in Australia?
I think for us, it's all about partnership and transparency. Having that conversation with the customer, with the SI, with the consultant. And we offer more than just supply. It's everything from logistics to technical support to understanding, modelling, commissioning, the whole lot. So it's the end-to-end sort of with the project. And I guess in my role, I'm very much focused on projects, large-scale major projects, all the way down to a smaller one as well. But it's taking that customer on the journey the whole way.
Do you think the relationship, Shane, has changed between stakeholders? It's not as simplified as it used to be in the past.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think there's a lot more involvement from the distributor manufacturer side these days. I mean, we spend a lot of the time working, whether it's with consultants, whether it's with system integrators, and it might be that infant stage where we're talking about products and selection of products, or it might be even full modelling. Whether it's modelling for SPL coverage or STI and things like that. So we provide that service to our customers, and that's an obligation free, no expectation. It's about presenting our products and capability so they can make their own assessment. I think also, it extends all the way to the end too, right? So commissioning, we might provide some guidance on that. Or installation, we might provide some guidance on how the angles were set in the model and things like that. So there's a lot more engagement with the SIs. The consultants, lots of conversations there as well. So I think it is different. it's more engaging from start to finish.
Okay, crystal ball time, Shane. Where do you see this going at the moment? What do you think? What are the main drivers, the catalysts of change where we're going to go?
I think probably IT convergence. I think we're more reliant on software in the future. So I think one thing that is going to stay is we're going to need microphones, amplifiers and speakers. So the source and the endpoints are never going to go away. But what's in between will be forever evolving and changing. I mean, maybe what's at the ends might change one day, but I think, IT convergence is the biggest impact.
Shane, thank you ever so much for inviting me in and showing me around. And,
absolute pleasure.
Look forward to seeing what's happening in 5 years' time when we return, maybe a little bit sooner.